ṣé mi wà okay, ṣé mi feel alright dédé olè, ṣé ń gbọ́ mi, ṣé ń forí pé kí n pàlẹ́ ọ̀npọ̀ ní èdè Ìjẹ̀bú, mo lè aussi parler Yorùbá pẹ̀lú français mi, ṣó ti ń yé yín bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Ìgbà míì a lè mélanger Yorùbá pẹ̀lú français. Do you get what I'm saying at all? Bonjour, welcome back to my channel. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sí channel mi. Ṣé mo wà okay? Ṣé mo feel alright? Ṣé ń dáadáa ní gbogbo ẹ̀ ń lọ? Ṣé dédé o lè wà? That's my attempt to speak Ijebu. Welcome to my channel, and in today's video, on va faire quelque chose de différent. On va voir les personnalités versus language. So, personality and language, what is the thin line between it? I'm even a bit perplexed because I've heard some people say that when you speak a lot of languages, your personality tends to change, and I'm like, est-ce que c'est vrai ou pas? I don't know. So today I'm just going to tell you from my own experience, and we're going to figure it out. Does language really affect our personality, or is it our personality that affects the language we speak? Okay. So I speak 3 major languages: English, Yoruba, and French. Yes, so I'm proficient in English. In Yoruba, oui, mo gbọ́ Yoruba gan. Mo sọ Yoruba. Ìjẹ̀bú ló kù kí n máa sọ báwọn. I'm really attempting that Ìjẹ̀bú, and I pray I can speak my local dialect. I do not only pray, I want to speak it. Alright, so and I also speak French language proficiently. Did you pause? Okay, so how is it to speak multiple languages? I'm not a polyglot. Disclaimer, I'm not a polyglot. So polyglots will even have a broader perspective. So I still speak 3 languages at the time of recording this video. So what's the difference between language and personality? So language is a communication tool. That's basically what a language is. Language is what aids humans to actually communicate. And what is personality? Personality are the characteristics and the traits that forms us, that makes us us. So for better explanation, I'm going to put what personality and language means on the screen right now. So we can see the difference between language and personality. So my major question is it true that people who speak more than 2 languages tend to change in their personality when they're speaking the languages? I would not say yes, and I would not say no, but it differs. Like I've said, personalities are different things that shapes us. For example, our environment forms our personality. C'est vrai. Our environment forms and shapes our personality. What we're exposed to shapes our personality. So would we say that languages shape our personality too? Yes, because the language you are exposed to gives you an amount of exposure. For example, if you grew up in a Yoruba home, there are different values, there are different things that are considered their morals that you also pick up, or you will be trained to exhibit. So in a Yoruba home, you have to kneel down and greet your father and your mother, and even elderly people. So it's basic character traits of a Yoruba person. They are taught to be respectful. So in English, their form of greetings can be handshake, hugs, and all of that. So let's say, for example, someone who is brought up in an English home and likes to hug people, shake people, and when you meet a Yoruba person, there is tend to be a little bit difference in their personality. Not because they are not both respectful, but because of what they are exposed to. So we can see that language also can can influence our personality, but our personality is not based on language alone. So for me, I tend to be more calmer in French. Why? Because the culture of the people, what I'm exposed to through immersion, also helps me shape my personality. I pick up some traits. So I'm more calmer in French, not because I am calm or I am very calm in person, although I'm calm when I want to be, but because this language is not, I'm not a native speaker of this language, so they are basically limited expressions of myself that you will see in that language. So I'm trying to figure out my expressions, communicate effectively, basically. So I tend to be more calmer because I'm choosing my words, and my brain is going to just select the words that I use, and also might influence my character. So English, for example, the exposure of English language, my exposure of English language can also influence my own character. But at the end of the day, languages are just bits of our characters. So characters are also, or personality also involves characters, traits, morals, values. What do I consider my values? So somebody who is dishonest, can we say it's because of language that this person is dishonest? Okay, we have this bias of saying, oh, Hausa people are very nice and Yoruba people are very corny. I'm not speaking for everyone. I'm just spotting an example. So they say Hausa people are very nice, they are very warm, and they say Yoruba people can be very corny. Igbo people, they like money and all of that. So when you see someone who speaks Igbo, you assume or you conclude that this person can be corny because of what you've heard about people who speak Igbo. So they can be biased from it. So can we say language actually influenced their personality? Because they speak Igbo, someone who speaks Yoruba can also be dishonest. Someone who speaks Chinese can also be dishonest. Someone who speaks what language is that? Who speak German can also be dishonest. So at the end of the day, does language make up our character, or the person we are is what now influences these languages? So if you are someone who is calm, someone who is more relaxed, or someone who is very extroverted and very hyper, it will show if you speak in other languages. Your personality is being transferred to those languages, not really those language influencing your own personality. So at the end of the day, can we say it's language that influences our personality, or our personality that influences our personality reflects in the language that we speak? Can we just agree that they are intertwined, and language that you speak does not really affect your personality? Because at the end of the day, if let's say I migrate to another country, for example, and you begin to see some traits in me, that does not mean that my personality changed. So people tend to think that, okay, when you're speaking English or in the languages that you speak, you change personality, like you switch, you develop new characters. For example, now I'm Janet now, but in Yoruba I'm Jumoke. In Yoruba I'm Jumoke. Do you understand? So it's as if you are meeting different person, and at the end of the day, our personality is not, we don't have just one personality for life. We evolve. Someone who is dishonest can become honest, and someone who is selfish can be much more loving and all of that. So personality can be improved over time, and the exposure that we have in languages can also influence our personality. So at the end of the day, I would like to know, is it that personality truly reflects in the languages that we speak, or maybe from your experience, the languages that you speak influences your personality, or maybe reflects in your personality? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. I hope this video was fun and interesting for you. It's something that has been on my mind and I hope it helped you. Please subscribe. Over. An angry person in a language can also be an angry person in another language. C'est la personnalité. C'est comme ça.